Hi and welcome back to my channel, or if you're just finding my channel, thank you for stopping and watching. Today I'm going to attempt to make my own tumbler template. I've never done this before. I went and I watched Mayra's video from Mayra Makes It. She's a mentor of mine. She has a really good video on her YouTube of how to make a seamless template in Cricut Design Space. So go watch her video. There's some things at the end that I changed because it just wasn't working with this image that I'm trying to duplicate. So I'll tell you where I kind of ran into problems toward the end. But to begin, I measured my tumbler. I'm using a 20-ounce Stray AF from Mother Tumbler, and the dimensions I measured were, I want it to be 8 inches tall, and then it's going to be 9.375 inches wide. So that's the rectangular shape that I have there. It's just the size of the width and the height of my tumbler. And then I'm just sporadically placing these pencils all around the tumbler in all different directions until I like the appearance. Okay, so once I have those where I want them, I grouped them and then I welded the images together, and I'm just kind of moving them around to see where I want it to fit over that, to see if I want the left side hanging out or the right side. I want the left side hanging out because I'm going to cut the excess off and I'm going to flip it over to the right, and I'll show you how all that works. This is where I ran into some issues, so I kind of had to do like a backwards type process, and I'll kind of talk through that as we get there. So this whole process, there's a lot of steps to it. It can look confusing on the screen, but you're just repeating the same process over and over and over and over again until you have all your layers taken care of. And I'll show you what I mean by layers. Okay, so now I need to begin creating several layers, or not several, a few layers. So these are going to be the offsets, and then you're going to have offsets of the offsets, and then offsets of the offsets. So every time your outline is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I have my pencil image, and then around that image I'm going to have a white outline, so that's my first offset. Around the white outline, I'm going to have a pink outline, so that's my second offset. And then around the pink outline, I'm going to have a gray outline, and that is my third offset. And I don't know if I'm going to keep these colors how I'm putting them on here on Cricut Design Space. I might change the colors up a little bit. I don't know. So I am doing all my offsets, and then what I have to do is I'm starting with the bottom offset. And then I am going to slice that bottom offset with that rectangular shape. So I'm going to duplicate that rectangular shape several times. And each offset is going to get sliced with that rectangular shape. So I tried this a couple different ways when I was slicing, and the end result, what happened was the curves, that the outlines of my original pencils started to get warped. So when I transferred from the left to the right, they didn't line up because there was like a curve. The offset put a curve in there that wasn't originally in there with the first pencil layer. So I didn't like that. So what I found that worked is to take the bottom offset first, line it up with that rectangle, slice it, and then take another rectangle the exact same shape, and then slice again only on the left side, and then pull that left side of the image over to the right, match it up, group it, and then weld it into one so there wasn't any seam. Trust me, I know this is the difficult route, but when I'm ready to do something, I am super impatient and I just got to get it done while I'm focused on it. And I'd rather suffer through and take more time to figure it out and make it work and not give up rather than you try something different. I'm stubborn like that. I know it's a problem, but this is how I did it. So I just repeated that step with every single layer. So grab a layer, click it with the rectangle, slice, pull the sliced pieces away, and then pull the left over to the right, group and weld. So I did that with each layer. Okay, so I just skipped the last layer because the process is exactly the same for every layer. So here's what it looks like when it's all finished and all laid out in a nice, you know, where it matches up and on all edges to make it seamless. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to group everything and you are going to want to attach it. So you're going to group it and you're gonna attach it. And I did group it with that rectangle too because I want my Cricut machine to do a nice straight line over all the sides so I don't have to cut it with a cutter. So make sure that you group it with that rectangle, group it together, attach, and then it's ready to get cut onto your Cricut machine. And I do cut it on washi tape, on the washi tape setting. Okay, so the setting that I used wasn't washi tape, it was washi sheet. And the double-sided sheet adhesive I'm using is from scrapbook.com, and I will link that below. So you just feed it into your Cricut machine, you push the little Cricut button, and it does its thing, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all cut out. This is the last step before you put it on your tumbler and start glittering. So you just take off the excess border, cut that little brown paper, and then you're ready to see if this fits around your tumbler. Make sure the dimensions match before you start peeling off that adhesive backing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one where I glitter the tumbler.